at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins. Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. He completes this one to Mack. It'll be a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Tackled at the 46-yard line.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
in.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
47-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Deron Payne. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Tua sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Deron Payne, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Second down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you've got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run it with Carson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Going deep here for Parker. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
A 57-yard attempt.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. 31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Flush to his right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Kyle Van Noy able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move them.
Well, had to get it out quickly, but it's blocked. And the Miami Dolphins are into the end zone.
And you don't see this one very often, but that one was blocked, deflected, whatever you want to call it, and they were able to pick it up and advance it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And as a punter, with the heels of your shoes in the back of that end zone, tough spot to be in. The nightmare scenario plays out. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Mack. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Mayfield. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Mack. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 3rd down, Mayfield looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, trying to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 38. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mayfield on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The
Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They run again with Carson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Tua now on first down. They're thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
9-yard line.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
On the carry.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll run here with Lindsey. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
40-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Colts nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Carson. Oh, trucked him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On first down, it's Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He was brought down.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Here's Carson. And some room to run now. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.